The date was October 23rd, and it was the start of the second season for Brandin Podziemski. There were a lot of eyes on him, and many expected him to have a breakout season. And well, to start the season, the dude was pretty underwhelming, averaging 8.4 points per game, 27% from the three-point line, and he was playing so bad to the point where he had to go out there on Instagram and write a full-on apology to his fans.
To Smith. Too much a fight for it. Knocked out of bounds by Podziemski.
Pod's a hell of a player, but he needs to, and I've told him this, he needs to be a smart player. He's one of our guys who's capable of making really good decisions.
But just recently, he has been on an absolute tear and does things like this.
The second night of a back-to-back, Golden State played a later game. They didn't tip until the 8:45 Central.
Thanks to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. And in today's video, we'll be answering the question, how in the world did Brandin Podziemski flip the switch and turn his season around from brick to creating off the dribble like he's slick? We all know Podziemski is a bucket on the offensive side of the game. Before we look at that, I need to show you why he's an absolute lockdown on defense.
History and Steph Curry on their roster. Here's Green, turns a corner into the paint.
And well, first of all, he has great acceleration on the defensive end, because we all know a fast player like Jalen Green can zoom by Podziemski, but he has the ability to sprint back and have the hands to poke the ball away from Jalen Green, and this gives the Warriors a transition opportunity. But it's not just the speed that makes him a problem on defense, it's his passing lane instincts.
Bad pass, intercepted, stolen by Podziemski, comes the other way.
Because when Steven Adams is driving into the paint, Brandin Podziemski thinks of doubling Adams, but he doesn't do that because he sees that Buddy Hield is in a better spot to double. So since he knows that, he sprints to the wing shooter instead and rips the ball away due to his perfect rotation and passing lane instincts. But if you thought that play was crazy, wait till you see this.
Attack into the lane, gets double teamed, threw it back and threw it away.
Because as Amin Thompson is driving, he gets double teamed perfectly. So Podziemski realizes this, and instead of staying in the paint, he backpedals to the wide open Dylan Brooks and stretches out to deny a passing lane twice in a single game. And well, what happens after the steal? Another transition opportunity. Podziemski is basically turning defense into offense, which is giving a lost Warriors team some sort of identity that they could latch onto.
You mentioned the big shots by Podziemski down the stretch. How tough is what he did?
It's very tough because every time it wasn't Fred on. He took a man to the post a couple times. You know, he's getting in there over bigger guys and making those shots. As much as I want to applaud his skill, that's hard.
I also did some digging on Podziemski's defensive stats, and what I saw will actually shock you, because he's in the 84th percentile when it comes to rim adjusted turnovers, which means that he's forcing turnovers at a high rate, which comes from quick hands, anticipation, and positional discipline. He's also in the 70th percentile when it comes to deflections, which goes hand in hand, because it shows he's active in the passing lanes and also has good hands, creating disruption for ball handlers and passers. But don't get me wrong, Podziemski's also great when it comes to helping out in double teaming.
And that is a signature of Curry's work. Williams trying to slice through defenders, another turn.
Because when an offensive player is trying to bully Curry in the post, Podziemski sees this and comes to save the day by doubling the bigger offensive player to get the stop. This dude is just a problem when it comes to double teams and passing lanes, but he's also a problem on the offensive end, because this man cooks defenders by simply maneuvering around screens. Before we look at that, shout out to BetUS, because you can go on their website and bet on the Golden State Warriors to win more or less than 44.5 games. You know what? I'm liking the over 44.5 wins, and I'll place it. And if you want to place it too, BetUS is offering a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 using code YouTube150. Now back to the video, because I'm going to show you how Podziemski maneuvers around screens, because players like Looney can set Podziemski an off-ball screen, and when he curls off the screen, the whole goal is to get him on a slower Steven Adams who is playing drop coverage. So to beat the drop coverage, Podziemski just lifts up and nails a mid-range jumper. The kid is just smart. Even here, Brandin is perfect at using the Looney handoff and seal to get a slower defender like Jacques Langdale on him. And well, once he gets a switch, Brandin does a nice Euro step to completely lose the defender and finish with the left. He's also perfect at using screens to lose defenders, because Jimmy Butler can set him a screen, and when he comes off the screen, Podziemski shields the ball and hits Reed Shepherd with a pound dribble to a step back. which completely loses the defender and gives him a wide open three. Don't get it twisted. It looks like Podziemski is a simple basketball player. He just needs those pump fakes, those jab steps to beat you. But he can also be flashy when he wants to, because he's sprinting at the rim and he knows that Amen Thompson is behind him. So what Podziemski does is slow down and stick his right hand out to make sure that the defender is behind him. And this is where Podziemski plays what we like to call the in-between game, because we know that he has Amen Thompson behind him, but he also needs to beat Jock Langdale, who is in front of him. So to beat him, Podziemski hits him with a fake pass into a Euro step to finish with the left hand. Truly some wizardry, man. A lot of people don't talk about a certain aspect of playmaking. I'm talking about players that get defenders out of position just to play make. And well, this rare thing is something that Podziemski does. Kind of like on this play, when he gets the ball in the left corner and sees that a slower defender like Sengun has to guard him. So since he knows that his defender is late to close out, Podziemski knows that all he has to do is hit Sengun with a little pump fake, and there you have it. Sengun has to make a last-ditch effort to run in the paint. And well, Podziemski sees this and gives it to Draymond, who has a full head of steam, and well, that's an easy bucket for him. And on the playmaking side, the numbers don't lie either, because Podziemski ranks in the 87th percentile when it comes to passer rating, and this means he's an elite passer that makes smart reads and sets up teammates very well, which is what he did in the last play I showed you. But take this in for a second, guys. All the film I just showed you was in a singular game versus the Rockets, where he scored 14 points in the first 16 minutes of play. The dude is a microwave. But it's not just a one-game occurrence, because Podziemski did even better against the Bulls. He dropped 16 points, 5 rebounds, and put on a playmaking clinic and had 7 assists. But the way he was playmaking was like 1,000 IQ. Because over here, Podziemski gets the ball in the right corner, and instead of shooting over 2 defenders, he does what the Warriors do best, which is attract doubles and kick it to Steph Curry, who nails the 3. Even when players like Patrick Williams fumble the ball, he's right there to grab it and instantly, without hesitation, push the ball and throw a perfect over-the-head bounce pass to Jimmy Butler for the easy finish. This is the youthful energy the Warriors have been needing, a youngster to get a spark going so that a fire can be lit by Steph Curry and the new addition in Jimmy Butler. I honestly like the way this offense is looking, and while Jimmy Butler and the bench unit are starting to play so good that Draymond went and said this on live television.
Which one do you want to talk about?
Jimmy Butler, he's brought back that belief, and I think we're going to win the championship. We are going to win the championship.
Wow.
And while I hope that Draymond is right, I hope that the elite playmaking, defense, and scoring that Podziemski's bring to the squad can shift the needle and help the Warriors go to the playoffs and eventually win a championship. And if you guys remember, ever since Podziemski came back from that injury, he's been on a tear, averaging 14 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. But in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about this team. Can the Warriors make the playoffs? And do you think Podziemski is going to continue to play this good throughout the season? If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe to the channel. It gets a video out to many more people so I can make more bangers for you legends. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.